Hello again everybody, Aaron here, and today we'll be doing the proper review for the Moshi Versacover for the iPad mini Retina. Now, it's been a few months since I did the unboxing proper, and all I can say is this is probably one of the best covers I've ever owned, because let's talk about the obvious things first. The design. It's not too fancy. I don't like shouty designs. It's very simple, very neutral, especially this color that I chose. This is gray, right? And I like the feel of the case behind, because this is not just smooth plastic. It's actually textured, but very finely so. The connections are all exposed very well. This is for the lightning port, of course. The speakers are exposed as well. You don't have some covers. What they do is they cover the buttons and you have extensions. This one, no, you get to use the original buttons on the iPad itself. Same for the except for the button here. This is the I forgot what you call this. This is the standby button, I guess. Yeah, this is the one that's covered, protected. These two ports here, I have no idea what they're for, but apparently they're important, so there are holes there to expose them. And you have the earphone jack, of course, and there's a lot of space here, so you don't have to worry about certain earphones or headphones not being able to be attached to this device. Alright, now the reason why this is so popular, the Moshi Versacovers, is because you have one case and you can have it standing upright, sideways, or upright as well. Most of the cases, they only allow you to do various inclinations of the portrait placement, or whatever you call it. Now just notice that actually green tea is not a very nice tea to have under this lighting. It looks a little bit dirty. But anyway, this is sencha to be specific, but yeah, maybe I should stick to rose jasmine or some of the lighter teas. But anyway, yeah, so there's only one slight annoyance that I have. So I'm reading a book now. Let's open this up, which is that under, as you can see, because the cover, okay, this is microfiber finishing, so it's actually very nice to touch, and when this thing covers, it actually sort of cleans the screen. But as you can see, because you can later adjust the cover to make it become a stand, there are these lines here that allows it to fold. So you can see, especially under sunlight, probably not so obvious here, but under sunlight you can actually see the marks, because the rest of the areas will be touched. I'm not sure if you can see this line here. Yeah, as you can see, like there's a line here because of the gap here, right? So what was I about to say? Yeah, you see, under, like, in your public transport or in the park, and you're reading a book, and you're looking at the screen, especially when the screen is the background scene is a little bit dark, you can actually see the shades of it, the lines and all that. There's a minor annoyance, but apart from that, it's very flexible. So depending on how you fold your cover, so like one way is to do it like that, which allows you to make it stand this way low, in a low inclination, or sideways like that, pretty high, where it's not too low, right, where the angle is relatively sharp, and when you do this, or you can also turn it around like that, right, or you can do it the other way around, where it clips inside. There are magnets here which allows you to let it stand this way, right? The flaps do help with the support. The flaps do help with the support of the stand. Or at a sharp angle as well. So you know, when it's upright you can do it lower as well. So it really depends on what you want. It's very adjustable, very flexible, I should say. And now I had a worry when I first bought this, because you know the tendency of things that fold, when you use them after a while, how do you say, they have a tendency to keep their shape, you know, like a piece of plastic. When you fold it, after a while you leave it alone and it'll still retain the shape. Whereas this, I had the concern of that, you know, where if, let's say, if I were to use this very often, then even when I'm leaving it flat, it will keep the shape. But apparently not, because after a while these edges become a little bit loose, which is a good thing, because you can fold it with much ease. It'll be easier to fold them, and when they come off, they just jump back into the flat position. All right, so yeah, this is a very high quality case. It's not cheap. It's over like 40 plus 50 bucks, depending on where you're getting it from, but it's a very good case nonetheless. It's very easy to take out and put in. Right, let me just remove it from the side. Okay, it's very thin plastic. Oh, and it's quite cool because this logo, this piece of metal here, which is where the logo is, it also doubles up as a magnetic tab of sorts, so that the cover will stick to it. Right, you don't have to manually hold cover in place when you're, let's say, reading a book and you're standing up. Right, it sticks there on its own, which is another nice little feature to have. Yep. So, and how to say, the plastic is very thin. It gives pretty good protection, and yet it's not too bulky. Right, you know, there are some cases where this thing actually you know, it comes in. I don't like that. I want to be able to see it flat like that, and it doesn't take out a lot of space. It's very thin around the edges. So yep, the Moshi Versacover for the iPad mini Retina, and presumably for the other iPads as well. You know, the iPad 2, the iPad Air, they work in a similar similar way. And yeah, all right, so I do recommend this if you're looking for something that is nice to hold. It's very thin as well, right? And when you're holding it, it's a nice thing to hold. Like I said, it's textured. It's a very fine, it's not too rough. It's a very fine, roughy, like very fine sandpaper. Very nice to hold, very nice to touch. The front as well, because it's a microfiber cloth technically. Very light. It looks very neutral. It doesn't stand out too much. Yeah, I like it because it's simple, it's elegant, and yet very flexible in its application as a stand. Alright, so I hope you guys found this useful. Remember to like and subscribe. If you would like to purchase one of these, remember to use, if possible, use the links in the about section below. It will go a long way in supporting this channel, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.